Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Penguins. Penguins marks the latest release from DisneyNature, one of the Disney subsidiaries that focuses on nature documentaries and providing wildlife documentaries that are family friendly from the youngest of the young all the way up to the oldest of the old. And before we get into Penguins itself as a film, I did want to talk about DisneyNature really quickly because I'm getting this review up on the date of release, which means we have 1 week for people to go ahead and go see this in order to make an impact with their movie ticket. So a big reason I love DisneyNature as a sub company from Disney is that I think they do great work in the fact that the entire first week of release, a portion of every single ticket sold goes to a foundation or an organization that aids and helps the environments and the animals you are witnessing in the film. So not only do we get to expose children to different animals and our world in a fun and interesting, appropriate way, but by just going to see a film, you are in turn supporting our world. Great thing they do before each film, especially if you do see it in that first week, is there's a thank you message for coming out and supporting the movie and in turn supporting the stars of the film you're about to see. Plus, they go over, the acres of land that have been protected, the amount of trees that have been planted, so on and so forth. The impact is felt, so I always have to start with that. If you see Penguins in the first opening week of release, part of your ticket sale goes to helping conserve and protect penguins and the Antarctic. Now, Penguins, the latest release, the 10-year release for DisneyNature, follows Steve, a little Adelie penguin, as he ventures through parenthood. We follow his journey starting at the beginning of Antarctica spring all the way through to the beginning of fall and the start of much colder weather. So as an animal lover myself, I generally enjoy all of these DisneyNature films. I think they're fun, they're a little bit cheesy, they're very light fare, but they do provide some education and they're always adorable. And Penguins is no different in any of those regards, and I do think it is one of the stronger DisneyNature offerings. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives. First of all, Adelie penguins are so cute. They are just so adorable. They interact in the film with emperor penguins, but emperors are the penguins we see most often. That's like synonymous with penguin in most people's eyes. So it's really fun to get a feature-length film that focuses on a different type of penguin and a much smaller penguin that runs and is very active, very vibrant little personalities on them just inherently. They are so cute. Oh, they're so small and so cute. Seeing them like waddle run with their little wings sticking out is so adorable. Obviously, they're clumsy. And the whole film is so cute. Everything about these penguins and their interactions is adorable. And while we clearly attribute human interactions and thought processes to these penguins, it still does tell the mating rituals of the Adelie penguin, what they go through to get their chicks ready and out to sea. So while embellished certainly and personified, it still gives the overall cycle of a penguin's mating ritual. I also really found the score part of the music to be really good. I thought it really went with what it was we were watching, and it really helped move the story along. Plus, this film comes in well under an hour and a half, so it's a brisk pace, it's always lively, it's always adorable, and really kind of keeps your attention. And I think obviously that is very beneficial for smaller children to have an accessible gateway into a nature documentary. And they do a great job of not shying away from nature and what happens in nature and the rough realities of nature, but we don't see the like takedowns and we don't see gore and blood like we do in some of the more adult nature documentaries. So it's a great atmosphere to bring kids in that doesn't erase the harsh realities of nature, but doesn't like smash them in the head with it. One scene I thought in particular that really was pretty intense deals with leopard seals. Again, that score kicked in and it was really good. It really heightened the atmosphere. But it also turned very educational. I'm not going to say any more about what it taught me because that would be a spoiler, but it showed the techniques of both the predator and the prey on how they interact with each other and counteract one another. And I thought that was one of the better sequences of the film. I always love the end credit sequences because they show all of the hard work that goes into making these nature documentaries, and it is stunning, as you would hope from any sort of nature documentary, honestly. That's like ground zero, is it has to be shot really well, and this is beautiful. Antarctica is just absolutely gorgeous, and the shots they're able to get in this are really stunning. They take in that landscape so beautifully, and I love the creativity they took with the shots when it came to the penguins, and really the cinematography all the way around is just stunning. And the penguins are inherently entertaining. I found myself laughing. I found myself endeared. All of the ahs came out. These little penguins are quite the characters. They're definitely the star of the show here. And that's going to actually lead me a little bit into my negatives on the film. Sometimes I think we talked for the penguins just a bit much. They're literally making sounds at each other, and we have that Ed Helms narrative over the top of their own sounds. I mean, they're doing their own reactions and we're giving them an additional reaction. So while I don't really mind the narrative that DisneyNature puts into these films, I wish they would have backed off just a little bit. The penguins were doing a pretty good job of telling their story in a lot of the scenes and a lot of the shots, but it felt like the filmmakers and DisneyNature at large felt the need to fill up all of the space with some sort of talking, and I don't think it was necessary, especially not with such expressive, entertaining little animals. I also think some of the pop musical choices were a little bit on the nose, a little bit corny. So again, the score was doing a beautiful job of elevating the emotions and the atmosphere and the fun. Then we would get some musical choices that further personified these little penguins. And then Ed Helms' commentary, his narrative here. We're developing a love story, which is obviously very appropriate for penguins. Both Emperor and Adelie penguins mate for life, as long as they both are surviving. Thus, they make a great species to develop that love story with. So a lot of the narrative I thought worked well. But then some of that Ed Helms humor came through about just like barfing and barfing and barfing. It's like, okay, I mean, we get it. We understand. So sometimes his narrative and the really Ed Helms jokes, I could have done without. But overall, DisneyNature's Penguins is absolutely adorable, really fun, really funny, and overall very heartwarming. They're releasing it right in time for Earth Day, which is tradition for DisneyNature films, but also for Easter this year. So if you're looking for a family-friendly film that literally the entire family can go and see, it's appropriate for all ages, and I think everyone will have some fun with it. You'll smile, you'll laugh, you'll all at the screen together. I think this is a great choice for Easter weekend. And as I said, if you do see it as your family Easter plan, part of your proceeds go toward a good cause. What could be more fitting for the holiday of Easter than getting together, seeing a family-friendly film as a family that deals with being a family, and on top of that, by having your family fun, you're helping make the world a better place. So of course, my recommendation is full price ticket for the entire family. So that is my review of DisneyNature's Penguins. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see DisneyNature's Penguins? And what is your favorite nature documentary that is a full-length feature film? Let me know either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!